Good morning, my gardening friends, and welcome to my backyard garden. I'm a no-till gardener. We're going to talk about the garden and what's going on this year in the gardening world, and maybe a little bit about the garden of your life. So as you can see, the lavender is doing beautiful. I've cut some off. I'm going to cut this one. This one goes early. I'm not sure why, if it's a little different species of lavender, but I'm going to cut all those blooms and take them inside to enjoy. Tomatoes are coming on nicely, but there have been some things that have been delayed. And I was on a garden forum with a long-term gardener of 40 years, and he was showing his cucumber plants last year of the same time, same weekend of July 4th, and the gardening last year, he had like 13 cucumbers out, and this year they haven't even produced yet. So if some of you are feeling a little bewildered, a little bit like, what is going on with my garden? Don't despair. Gardens are a classroom of the life. We have areas of our life that, like carrots and the kale and the dahlias and the zinnias, are doing phenomenal. And then we have areas of our life that isn't as mature, and it's, like we have to do a little bit of extra work to it. And that is the same with the garden. I found on this forum people from Russia and Europe, the UK, they're all having the same experience. Canada, there's delays in the garden world right now, and we're not exactly sure why some things are delayed. One of the theories, and I think it's probably there's a truth to it, is that we had a lot of cold weather and hot weather. It was extremes. It was either hot or it was cold. And I think that does play a part into what's been going on. And like I have lettuce going on here, and again, I had a woodchuck that I caught yesterday doing a little bit of work on my garden. So you have to take and enjoy what is blossoming in your life and in your garden right now. And the things that aren't blossoming, what do you need to do to help them? Now over here, this here stuff that I have, I'm not looking to harvest from this. I'm just looking to take the seeds from it. And so some things are going to stay in your garden for a while because you want to harvest some more opportunity to sow seeds again. And some of you need to know when to let go of stuff, and you actually haven't made room, and you're like, man, I need more room. I need more room for things. And I want to show you something here because I think it's a good example. This is where my garlic was, and my garlic, for whatever reason, went early this year. So I have late stuff coming in. I have stuff that harvested early. I've never harvested garlic early like I did this year. So this is lettuce. This is all new lettuce that's been put in, and then some kind of squash vine. And I had garlic here. I had hard neck and soft neck. If I hadn't harvested the garlic, if I hadn't made room, I would not have lettuce. And some of you don't understand why you don't have room for more things. That's because you have to let something go. You have to pull it. The Lord talks about pruning. And pruning is not bad. It actually helps us for our good. We have a very negative idea of pruning, but if I go in here and prune this lavender, and I didn't used to, it will get dry rot in the middle, and it will just like rot up. But if I come in and prune it back, all the new growth, it's not actually hurting a plant. It makes the plant get vigorous and grow better. And some of you need to prune some areas of your life. Maybe you need to let your spirit lead your soul, your mind, your will, and your emotions to lead your body instead of letting your body lead you. And I'm speaking from experience. If you let your spirit lead your soul, your mind, your will, and your emotions, and tell your body, no, you're not going to have that today, and yes, we're going to do this, you can make room for more in your life because you'll have more energy, you'll feel better. And they're just areas of our life that are flourishing, and you don't have to do much care. This is a volunteer squash plant that volunteered, and I transplanted it and I covered it. I did protect it for a while because we were having hot weather and we were having cold weather. Hot weather and cold weather. So I protected it. And sometimes God covers you, and He actually covers you a lot, and He protects you till you're ready. You might think you're ready, but you haven't been ready yet. And then He uncovers and lets the elements in more so. And you are blooming where you're planted. So this, I'm not doing anything to this. She's just growing on her own, and she's doing great. And there's fruit in here coming on. See if we can see, there's some zucchinis in there, some squashes. And we're just enjoying the beauty of it. I think it's beautiful. This lettuce here is coming into maturity. Some of it's getting older. So the ones that are curling up over here, that needs to be pulled because it's bitter now. It's ran its course. Some of you have run your courses in certain areas, and you need to make room for the new things that God has for you. You can't have more until you make room for more. And the room is something that needs to be added into your garden so you can manage more. The more I keep expanding my gardens, but I have to be able to manage what I have so that God can, we can make a new row. And so I just encourage you to look at what you need to, this cilantro, which homegrown cilantro is amazing. I've been snipping off because it wants to bud up and flower, and I want to eat from it more. So I'm going to prune it so that I can get more out of it for right now. And then eventually that will go into the compost bin. And compost is not a bad thing. It's something that that's done in my life. I can reflect on it. I can take the joy out of what God broke down in my life, what He got rid of, what He did. And then he as He pours that compost turns into fertilizer back onto my life. I'm I learned from that experience. I know what to do now when I come across this situation. And so I encourage you to make room for more, like I did over here with the lettuce, by taking out what doesn't belong. And so I just want to leave you with this moment with this beautiful sunflower. She's not ready to blossom yet, but she's getting there. See if you can see her. And she's going to be beautiful, but it's not quite her season. Psalms 1 says, the tree that's planted by the rivers of living water will bring fruit in its season, and its leaf will not wither, and whatever it does shall prosper. And some of you are trying to hurry up. You're oh, it's not growing, it's not maturing. Well, for whatever reason right now, there seems to be a little delay. Just stand, believe, work on the areas that God tells you to prune and to edit, plant some new stuff, and enjoy what is doing well. So I bless you in Jesus' name. Have a great day, and as always, happy gardening.